Hey guys, so today's video is going to be very exciting because I'm going to be talking about the future possibilities coming out from Zhiyun's newest gimbals. Now this video is purely based on speculation, so I don't want to waste your time. If you thought that I was going to have the newest gimbals, I don't, but I can tell you what we might be able to expect from the newest generations. Now it's been a little over a year since the release of the Zhiyun Weebill S, and that means it's due for a refresh. Actually, Zhiyun is known to be releasing new products about every 6 months or so. So, I mean, yes, definitely newer gimbals are coming out this year. When, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking around maybe the third quarter, maybe the end of the second quarter, we shall see. Regarding the Crane 2S, I don't know. I'm hoping that we see a refresh, and the Crane 3S as well. So let's mainly talk about the Weebill S, and let's see what we can expect from the future version of this gimbal. Well, first of all, the size. I expect the size to remain the same. I do want the build quality to be better because a lot of people have been asking for a better handle system. As you can hear, it's a little plasticky, so hopefully we get either thicker plastic or even a metal construction. I know that they wanted to keep the weight pretty light on this gimbal because it is a travel gimbal, so we'll see what they come up with right there. And by the way, if you have any suggestions for Zhiyun's newest gimbals, please write them down below in the comment section because they will be watching this video, and I'm sure they are in their pre-production phase of producing their next gimbal, so please make sure you get all of your ideas, jot them down, and write them in the comment section below. So let's go over some of my notes right here. One of the biggest faults with gimbals is that they have that up and down movement, especially for untrained gimbal operators. You'll see a lot of that Z-axis bounce. And yes, this can be fixed with the type of walking and how you hold your gimbal. And by the way, I have a ton of tutorials on this. Just go ahead and check out the playlist right here. But we want gimbals to be easier to use with newer operators. So what can we do? We can create what is called a Z-axis shock absorber. Now, I don't know if this will be coming out on the next generation of the Weebill S, but this is something that I definitely want to see on newer gimbals. Maybe create some sort of shock mount under the pan motor, and this will be able to absorb a lot of that Z-axis bounce. However, in inverted mode, I don't think that will work. This will only work in upright mode on these types of gimbals. Next up is the battery life and the types of batteries that are being used in the Weebill S. I don't see Zhiyun making their own proprietary gimbal. I think they're gonna stick with the 18650 standard batteries. This is better for you, this is better for me, because if our batteries do die and we want to get extra batteries, you can order them off of Amazon or Zhiyun's website. These are standard 18650 batteries. This is nothing unique to these types of gimbals, nothing proprietary here. Now, I am also hoping for better battery life. 6 hours with a fully loaded gimbal and the follow focus and an image transmission system. I mean, 6 hours is okay. Probably with that rig, you're gonna get a lot less, especially if you're using a G Master lens or just a large setup in general. But I'm hoping for more of an 8 to 10 hour battery life with the next and newer generation of gimbals this size. So that's what I'm really hoping for. Let me know if you agree with me down in the comment section below. Next up, I'm hoping for better communication between the gimbal and the camera itself. A lot of people have been DMing me on Instagram regarding connection issues between their gimbal and their camera. So I hope that they incorporate a better system in the newer generation of gimbals that will communicate better with your camera. Now, along with that, I want to see improvements in the motion tracking. So for example, if you want to set up your gimbal on a tripod and you want it to track yourself while you move throughout the frame, I do want to see a better implemented system in motion tracking. Now, along with that, I want to see a better system when it comes down to using this gimbal with a slider. As of right now, most people only have a single axis slider. It only moves from right to left or left to right. When you use a gimbal on a slider, you get pan and tilt as well. So this will be excellent for interviews and for parallax shots. So if we could get a better system with a gimbal that communicates with the slider flawlessly, that would be amazing. I want to see Zhiyun incorporate that in a firmware for the newest generation of these gimbals. Next up is the overall ergonomics of the Weebill S. It would be really cool if we had a multi-functioning handle. Instead of repositioning the tripod from lower to upper, I would really like to see an interchangeable handle that goes from up to down. Next up, I wanna see better auto calibration options. Now, if you don't know what auto calibration is, it's a function within the gimbal's menu which automatically sets the motor power or motor torque to each of the motors depending on the setup that you have. It does this by vibrating the motors to see how heavy your camera setup is. I want to see a more fine-tuned auto calibration option because I've used this setting a lot and my motors still ended up vibrating, so I had to put in my own custom motor settings. And if you need help on determining the best motor settings for your Weebill S gimbal, check out this video right here. And last but not least, I want to see more AI and better functionality with the Zhiyun follow focus system. Their newest follow focus motor is great. It has this auto calibration option, but I do want to see the ability to have it control focus automatically. That would be pretty sick. And if you're a solo shooter, this is especially beneficial because you'll be able to film yourself or film other subjects with autofocus enabled. That way you can focus on other things with your shots. So those are my predictions. Those are my speculations for the next generation of the Zhiyun gimbals that are going to be coming out later this year. Let me know what your comments are down below. And by the way, I am going to be launching a free gimbal course on YouTube. I'm going to make a promise to you guys right now, a new gimbal training video every week. And if you have any suggestions or any topics you want me to cover, let me know down below because it's time to revamp my whole entire gimbal training videos. So if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe with those notifications turned on, and I will see you in another video. Peace.